Hi, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com. Today we're going to make a fruit smoothie, and this is what it looks like. This is a fruit-based drink with a milkshake-like consistency. And today, as you can see, I've used like a lot of berries, so it's nice and pink colored. So when you're making a fruit smoothie, you can either use, I'm using a food processor. I always have it on the counter, so that's what I'm using. You could also use a blender, or if you had one of those immersion blenders, you could use that as well. So it's kind of difficult to do a video like this because there's so many variations, but I'm going to kind of give you my basic recipe, and then you can kind of just, have fun with it. The first thing you will need is, of course, it's a fruit smoothie. We need fruit. So you will need 1 cup, about 150 grams of fruit. Now you can use fresh fruit or you can use frozen, either one, or a combination of the two. You can use, like I'm using here, I'm actually using some fresh strawberries I bought, but I'm also using some frozen raspberries, unsweetened raspberries. You could use like peaches, like a soft fruit, peaches or nectarines or pineapple, mango. I mean, it just goes on and on. So whatever you have or what you find in the store, and then just put that in. And if it's like the strawberries were pretty large, or if you're using like peaches, cut them into chunk size and put that in there. And then I'm going to add a banana. The reason I add a banana, there's a few reasons. One, it's like a natural thickener, so it gives you that nice thick smoothie texture we all love. And the other thing is it's a natural sweetener. So that way, normally I don't add any sugar at all when I use a banana. And I also like to freeze the banana. Mine are frozen. And so what I normally do is say I buy a bunch of bananas, I peel a few, put them in a plastic bag, throw them in the freezer, and then whenever I want to make a fruit smoothie, I have some banana. And then again, chop them so it's easier. When they're frozen, it takes a bit to grind them up there, so. And then I'm going to add some yogurt. I'm adding about a quarter of a cup, 70 grams of yogurt. Now you could use a flavored yogurt. I'm using here a strawberry rhubarb. That's what I had, so that's what I'm using. You could use a plain yogurt, whatever you like. And if you want a little more yogurt flavor or the texture, you could add a little more. Really, I'm giving you this recipe and then just have fun with it. You can vary the amounts or what you want to put in. And then something that's a little different, a lot of people don't use, is I'm actually using a sorbet. I'm using 1 cup, 200 grams of a sorbet. Today I'm using a mango. So you can see I got a lot of flavors going on here. And I'm just going to break that up. And fruit smoothies have a really cold, milkshake-like, and this helps along with frozen fruit, the banana. And so when I'm using all this frozen stuff, I don't have to add any crushed ice, because if you used all fresh fruit and maybe your banana you forgot to freeze it so it's just fresh, then what you're going to have to do is probably add a little bit of crushed ice. I don't like to add the big ice cubes. Just put them in a bag and kind of crush them if you have to, because you want it really cold. But because I'm using some frozen berries, the frozen banana, and now I'm using a sorbet, I probably won't need to use any ice. And the other thing I like, the reason for the sorbet is normally people do smoothies for breakfast or brunch. I actually serve this a lot of times in the summer after we have supper. You kind of want a dessert. This is a great, healthy, if it's a hot day, it's just perfect. So now we got all that, and so it's going to be pretty thick. So I like to add some fruit juice. Again, like I said, you could add some ice instead, but I'm going to add some fruit juice. What type? I mean, orange, apple, lemonade, pomegranate. I mean, the list. If you go to the grocery store, the list is endless. So I'm going to add, now I would say this is going to vary And you may have to add more depending on how thick you want your smoothie. I'm in around a quarter of a cup, 60 milliliters. So I'm going to add a little orange juice, and then I have some lemonade. But again, whatever you want. And that's it. So what we're going to do now is blend this till it's nice and thick and smooth. Okay, I'm just going to, so I got some big lumps there of the banana, so I'm just going to blend this just a little more. Okay. Oh, I still have some banana there. Doesn't want to blend up. Okay. Okay. I think we're good to go here. So now, I'm just going to show you. Again, how thick or how thin you want it, really, it's personal preference. So this is kind of how I like it, really nice and thick. If it was too thick now, you could add, like I said, some ice. You could add a little more juice. If it's too thin, you could add a little more banana or even add some more fruit to thicken it up. And then I'm going to give it a taste. To me, that's perfect. I don't need any sugar. You know, like I said, that banana sweetens it up. If you found, whoa, your fruit was a little sour, you could add some sugar, maple syrup, agave, rice syrup, you know, whatever you like to sweeten it up. And really, we're done. Now, this makes, to me, it makes for maybe 2 servings. When the kids were teenagers, no, they wanted the whole thing, each one of them, so I'd have to make a double batch. But I think it's enough for 2. And in your glass, oh, it's a great way to start the day. You'll feel good, but you have a real healthy breakfast here. Okay, and then of course we could dress this up. You could kind of whatever the fruit is, because I had a lot of strawberry. Took a strawberry, just cut it, put it like that, kind of dress it up. You could, if you're serving this after the meal, you could put a little rum in there or something. I think that'd be pretty good. And then some nice colorful straws. That is so good. It's thick, it's creamy, it's got all those wonderful fruits. It's just the perfect snack. So try it. And until next time, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com.